I'll be done. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Dr. Divine Roots Tarot. I am the Queen of Tarot, back with another message from the other side. I am the High Priestess, the Supreme Witch, the Divine Feminine, God's only chosen reader. Don't you forget that. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, share, and turn on them notifications, okay? So let's jump in. If you are ready to heal your inner child, the links to my products are in the description below. Okay, we already got some cards on the table, so we are talking about a heavy on loss. Someone is now homeless because they were endorsement, bribing people, okay, persuading people, tempting people with money. All right, so now they have heavy on experienced a loss. They are now homeless, poor, being cast away. They are a failure. All right, and they were heavy on indulging in this activity. All right, they enjoyed indulging in this activity, enjoyed interacting with people in order to bribe them and persuade them and tempt them with cash to do things. This has landed them in poverty. All right, they have heavy on experienced loss or experiencing loss in this situation. All right, they are sad. There is a lot of damage that has been done in this situation that they have done to themselves because they were trying to ruin somewhere else. Okay, heavy on relaxation and gift. Okay, peace, tranquility, easiness, souvenir, promotion, delight, gift. All right. So relaxation is a gift. All right. The ability to be able to relax is a gift. The ability to be able to experience peace, tranquility, and easiness is a gift. And they are learning this the hard way. Okay. There is the person that they wanted to experience this loss and homelessness, the person that they actually made experience homelessness multiple times because they were bribing people and took great joy in this. And now, you know, what goes around comes around. So now the things that they put this person through, they are experiencing. And the person that has overcome the Divine Feminine is who we're talking about. The Divine Feminine is now experiencing relaxation, is now experiencing peace, tranquility, easiness. She's being promoted. These are gifts from the divine, and they're learning that the energy that you put out, it always comes back. And when it comes back 10 times worse than what you sent it out. So when you send out bad energy, you're going to get it back. What goes around comes around. So that's just what it is. All right. Death, introvert, robbery, and good news. All right, so this is the end of this person's privacy. All right, this is the end of this online community. All right, this is the end of these people robbing the Divine Feminine. Okay, exploitation, incaution, unfairness, and being unfair to her. All right, this is good news for the Divine Feminine. Okay. Surprise, miracle, encouragement. Okay, so these people who are now experiencing loss in this situation, it's a surprise to them that the divine feminine is now relaxing in her gifts, and that she is receiving the gift of promotion. She is receiving the gift of peace, of easiness and tranquility. All right. They wanted to rob the divine feminine of receiving this good news, okay, of receiving this surprise, of being encouraged and receiving these miracles, okay. Wanted to heavy on have her be introverted. All right, they wanted to rob her of community, of help and aid in the world, and people online supporting her. Okay, but this is the end of this for the divine feminine, and this is now what these people are experiencing in this situation. They can no longer rob the divine feminine, all right, of good news. They can no longer rob the divine feminine of her online presence, all right. Sweet dreams here. They can no longer rob her of her sweet dreams, of being comfortable, of being satisfied, of having her lazy day, okay. They can no longer do this. And the divine is handing this gift to the divine feminine, letting her know, hey, your hard work was not for nothing. All right, the divine feminine has really had a hard life, has really had to really fight, has really been robbed of good news, but it's no longer, going on. God did allow some of these things, a lot of these things to happen because the divine feminine needed to grow, and needed to, learn some things about life, about who she is, about people, places, and things. And because she has learned these lessons, she's done the work, she now gets the gift of relaxation. And the divine is putting an end to these people robbing her. And the divine is also putting an end to her being in the house, her being introverted. All right, heavy on the divine feminine is receiving luck in this situation. All right, she's hit the jackpot. All right, she's getting fortune. She's getting a reward. All right, this relaxation is her gift, is her reward. All right, they can no longer take this from her. All right. And the divine feminine, her dreams are coming true. Okay, she's hitting the jackpot. She's receiving this good news in regards to her career, in regards to this union, all right, in regards to her coming together with her divine masculine counterpart, all right, sweet love, couple dependency, in regards to sweet love, all right, she's hitting the jackpot in love, all right, in marriage. The divine feminine and the divine masculine will come together, are coming together in this lifetime. Okay, and this is sweet love here. The divine feminine and the divine masculine, this is sweet love. All right, and the divine feminine has always dreamed of this true love, and she's getting it because she's earned it. She's worked for it. All right, she's earned it and she's worked for it. What else is here? Okay, daydreaming. All right, they were heavy on daydreaming about robbing the divine feminine of this good news. Okay, illusion, optimism, delirior. Okay, delirious. All right, they were daydreaming and they were delirious when they thought that they could rob the divine feminine of her sweet dreams. All right, they were daydreaming about this, and they were daydreaming as well about relaxing in this gift that they were robbing the divine feminine of. Okay, they were relaxing when they thought that they had this gift stolen, robbed. They thought that they had robbed. They robbed the divine feminine of this gift, and they thought it was permanent. Okay, and they relaxed in that because they thought it was permanent. But the divine said, hell no, nigga, like that ain't heavy on evidence of the third real relaxing in the divine feminine's gift. Okay, and she was daydreaming about this, and there's heavy on evidence of this. There's heavy on evidence of them putting the divine feminine in a third party situation, making her a third wheel. Okay, detection, investigation, proof. There's been an investigation in the background of proof on these people, places, persons, and things relaxing while they rob the divine feminine of what is rightfully hers. Okay, enemy, distrust, flirtatious. Okay, there's evidence of all of this. Okay, they thought that they was getting ready to relax and rob and get away and rob the divine feminine of her sweet dreams and rob the divine feminine of her look and rob the divine feminine of her divine masculine counterpart, of her destiny. Hell no, you ain't doing this. God said nope. You thought. That's what they said. They said you thought. All right. They said, let us teach you. Let us coach you. All right. Let us coach you. Advice, obedience, knowledge. Let's give you some knowledge on what it means when there is an investigation that takes place that you don't know about and evidence is obtained of you robbing someone of their good news. Okay, you robbing someone of them getting this surprise and of them getting this miracle. Let us coach you and show you what happens. Okay, when you try to rob somebody of their sweet dreams that they worked hard for. We're going to coach you and we're going to show you what happens when we get the detectives on your goddamn ass. That's what they said. They were daydreaming about this. Okay? Heavy on they living and learning. What happens when you daydream about something that ain't goddamn yours. And when you relax in something that was never meant for you to begin with. All right? And we are going to wrap it up right there. I really appreciate you stopping by. Let me know what you think about this situation. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and turn on them notifications, okay? We out.